Redefining yourself by removing the layers of your false self. Many people are not happy with the lives that they lead because they feel that they are not being their true selves, and the pretenses of being something that they are not is taking its toll mentally and emotionally. It takes a lot of mental and emotional energy to be something that you're not, to create a mask or several layers of a mask to hide the inner true you. Maintaining this false self creates friction in the mind that generates tremendous unease and unhappiness. There are numerous reasons why we hide ourselves from the world. Part of it is to do with fear and not wanting to be hurt. So you put up barriers to protect your true self. But creating barriers also has an adverse effect. By keeping people out, it also prevents you from accessing your true inner self. And by doing so, your true inner self becomes a shadow that creates ripples of uncontentment in the layers of your false self. Peeling back the layers of your false self is not an easy task and may take a number of years to fully realize your true inner self. But the journey of self-discovery is worth taking, because the reward is to become your true self with all your brilliance. The first step in removing the layers of your false self is to rediscover who you are, because with all the false layers of self, you may have forgotten who you really are. The way to do this is to look at the following areas of your life. What are your interests? What comes easy for you? What do you love doing? What are your experiences in life? What have you always wanted to be as a child? And what are you good at? Look at what resonates with you the most. Look at what really talks to your soul. This may take a number of cycles to get right, but when you do, you'll have a sense of elation and relief, because you no longer have to maintain your false self. Your false self will fade away, only leaving your true self. Who you are will give you the strongest feeling in your heart and soul. Perhaps you're manifesting only part of who you are at the moment and don't even realize it, or don't consider it as part of your true self. For example, I've always loved writing, especially creative writing, and I've written a number of articles, but at the time I didn't think it was the real me, because I didn't think I could make any money out of it, since the field was so competitive and that there was so many better writers than me. I was creating another barrier to my true self by refusing to follow my true path to self-realization because of monetary reasons. I thought to myself, I have responsibilities in life. I just can't go and follow my passions. It's irresponsible. There's a big difference between a fleeting passion and your true self. My urge to write wasn't just a passion, it was my true self. It was a major part of what defines my true self. Writing is my way of breaking down the layers of my false self by expressing my true self through my writings. Sometimes we get confused by our passions and assume they are part of our true self when in fact they're not, and are related to our desires coming from our ego. It takes a lot of soul searching to discover your true self, and there will be times when you will stop and start, because you may think you have found your true self, only to discover it was another layer of your false self. Knowing that you have found your true self does not come from thinking you are in your true self, but by feeling it. When you are in your true self, you are resonating with yourself, and everything seems to fall in place. It's not a place of thought, but a place of peace and harmony, because this is your most natural state that doesn't require layers of falsity. You will have a feeling of oneness within yourself, and feel that you are whole again. When you are in your true self, everything becomes easy, because it's coming from a place of authenticity. For me, my writing is my true self. Your true self doesn't have to be parts that are indistinguishable from other parts of yourself, but are all whole and combined. My true self is my writing, my love, my integrity, but they are not parts of my true self, but the whole of my true self. In your true self, there is no fragmentation. There is only the whole you. This is the reason why you feel peaceful when you become your true self, because of the wholeness of your true self reverberates into every fibre of your being and in the world. No matter at what stage you are in your life or how old you are, it's never too late to redefine yourself. I'm 47 years old, and it's taken me this long to embrace my true self. The length of time to become your true self is less important than the journey of self-discovery. The more you discover about yourself, the closer you become to your true self. The journey to your true self is an ongoing journey, because you are always discovering new things about yourself. You may feel fearful in this journey towards your true self, because you've never shown the world your true self. Maybe it's because you've been criticized in the past for showing your true self, and kept it hidden from others and yourself. It's your right as a human being to be true to yourself, because only by being true to yourself can you realize your full potential. No one can tell you to be like someone else, because being true to yourself is more important. If people don't like your true self, then they can leave your company. By being your true self, you'll attract people who resonate with your true self, not negative people who are just trying to fit you into a box for their own convenience. In my journey of self-discovery, I have left many people behind, because they were not congruent with my true self, and I found new friends who are more accommodating to my true self. By transforming our lives into our true selves, we are redefining who we are, because who we are today can be very different to who you become when you are aligned with your true inner self. True freedom is becoming true to yourself. Blessings and love to you.